Hello, it has been a while since I have done an update. So I figured I would take the time. I'm driving today, traffic's not too heavy, and I would do a quick update. It has been a minute. Lots of things have kind of happened. I was in Indianapolis for about a month with my job to open up a new store. I had a ton of fun up there. I absolutely adore opening new stores. You get to meet new people in the company. You get to see a new store. Everybody runs their stuff a little bit different, so it's really cool to see how other people run their stuff. And yeah, it was a good time. Being on the road, however, post VSG, was challenging. It wasn't a short little vacation you could kind of just muddle through. It was genuinely a challenge. I took with me almost every stitch of clothes that I had for work, and a couple of not work things because I wasn't going to be at work 24/7. And I had to take supplies for a month. I was 5 days shy of a month, by the way. So the eating on the road was the hardest. Exercising on the road was a little bit more difficult because you're in one of those hotel gyms and they're not stocked with what you're used to at whatever gym you normally go to. So I was frantically on YouTube looking for dumbbell workouts for hotel gyms, which, by the way, there is not. There really needs to be. Somebody needs to go make a video that knows what they're doing. Like some fitness instructor somewhere put up a beginner video for people who have to travel and they're in the the starting point of their fitness journey. Somebody please post a video like that, because those little Holiday Inn gyms, they ain't the greatest. You got a treadmill, you got a bike, you got a couple of mats. You did have a full arrangement of dumbbells from 5 pounds all the way up to I think 50 pounds. Got nowhere near that. There was a point in my life where I could have done those. Not there, not anymore. Need to build back up to that. But yeah, so please, somebody put together a video of that. Oh, and there was a stair stepper thing, one of those elliptical machines. That was it. That was all they had in there. They did have a pool, so I ended up ultimately using the pool, which for some reason they kept the doors open in this indoor pool, feels like all the time, and where the water was like 80 degrees and wonderful. I went down one afternoon because I was working the night shift, and went down one afternoon to go do some laps, and the water was freaking frigid. It was like 40 degrees outside and they got the damn doors open. Like, ain't no reason for that. Not to mention, just anybody off the street could have walked in there. If the doors are wide open and there's nobody in there policing that, who knows could have walked in. And then they had access to the hotel from that point on. Anywho, that was a bit of a challenge. I did end up doing the pool thing, which was really nice because it allowed me to get some cardio in. I didn't lose a whole lot of weight on the trip. I did lose 3 pounds, which isn't great, but considering I was living on the road and I was having to eat effectively tuna fish for the vast majority of the time I was there, tuna fish, chicken salad, things like that, and as healthy as I could possibly eat from restaurants. Matter of fact, one of my favorite ones was, there was a cheesecake factory nearby, and I got their stuffed mushrooms and their Brussels sprouts. So I had the Brussels sprouts one day and the for dinner, and I had the mushrooms the next day, or reverse that, something like that. Anyway, that was lovely. And I took my protein shake mix with me and went to the store and got me some almond milk to make my unsweetened almond milk to make my protein shakes with, to get that extra little like bump of protein in there. And I managed to meet my protein goals and things like that. But it was definitely a challenge, and I was not used to working those late hours, and I found myself hungry because I was tired. I'm trying to get myself energy to stay awake. Like, it was rough. I should be farther along on my weight loss journey than I am right now. I should be right around 200 pounds. With the 205 pounds I'm at, and I'm at 214. But I am at home. I've been home for a couple days. Today was my first day back at my store. Oh, I missed my own store. I love the new store. It's beautiful, and the people there are great. But oh my goodness, I miss my home store and all my people there, and it's just good to be home all around. My husband is an amazing cook, and well, we didn't cook yesterday because he had to go to his office, which is 3 hours away, yesterday, and do some stuff for that. So we ate on the road again yesterday. He should be cooking today, and he is an absolutely amazing cook. So I am looking forward to whatever is on the menu this evening, and it being healthy, and getting in my veggies more often than I have been, because those are hard to get on the road. Oh, let me tell you. And it's hard to find veggies that sit well with you, especially ones that are coming from a restaurant, which, you know, I'm sure they're just slathered in butters and oils and all that stuff that make them taste good because they're at a restaurant. But you can't control what's in them, and that makes it difficult. So I'm looking forward to being back on a normal food schedule. I actually forgot my protein shakes today. Those are super convenient for me in the morning, and I literally walked out the door without it this morning and forgot, because for the past month I've been eating, you know, it was a lunch for me because I was able to eat breakfast at the hotel, but I was able to drink it there at my leisure and didn't have to take it anywhere, and got a little spoiled with that. So while I was there, I was by myself all the time, so I've been wedding planning. So for anybody who doesn't know, my husband and I will be celebrating, not this year, we got 2 years from next month, 2 years to plan our silver wedding anniversary vow renewal. And we absolutely did not have a wedding. We had a civil ceremony with just his mom, his grandmother, his brother and sister, my youngest daughter, and he and I. That was it. That was all that was in attendance. Enough people to sign the witness areas on the forms, and the civil ceremony. That was it. We had planned for a wedding with family, and it just didn't work out that way because of September 11th that had happened while he was in basic training. We literally got married the day he graduated basic training. He graduated that morning. We went and got our blood test done that morning. Went and waited for the results all day. Got the results, took them over to the courthouse. We were the very last thing that judge did before she left for the day, and the very next day was Thanksgiving. So we've always talked about having a wedding and doing it right, and time and circumstance had never allowed us to do it, and now we're coming up on a silver anniversary. It's, you know, it's kind of neat. It's pretty impressive, and there's not a lot of people that make it to silver anniversaries anymore. So we're doing that, and the whole time I was there, I was alone by myself almost constantly. I was alone by myself in the hotel room. You know, I'd go work out by myself. I'd go have meals by myself. The only people I would interact with was people it was all transactional. The people that I worked with, I might hang out with them, the store in the transition period for an hour or two. And then they'd leave, and then I was on my own for the rest of the shift. And then I was just dealing with customers, again, more transactional. So I was going a bit stir crazy. So I kind of threw myself into wedding planning, even though I'm way early. We have gotten the venue. I figured that was important, and we can make payments on it, and that'll help mitigate some of the cost of it going on down the road. But while I was there, I figured I was in a bigger city. I'd gone a little bit of dress shopping now. I figured I had plenty of time, so I could go and just putz around a couple of dress shops and see. And I'm losing weight, so it didn't, I wasn't really set on getting anything right away. But I went to this bigger city, and I figured they might have some more options, because nothing I had seen, nothing I wanted, was in any of the bridal shops. Like the closest I came in home was in North Carolina, was this one dress shop that was like, well, and after you purchase it, we can take it to the seamstress, and we can add this to it and add that to it, and blah blah blah. And I was like, man, not what I'm looking for. I'm wanting a dress, not necessarily off the rack. I don't mind ordering it, but I kind of don't want to have to do much customization to it, if all, beyond standard alterations. So I, decided I'd shop around some of the bridal shops in Indianapolis, and lo and behold, the dress I didn't know I wanted was at one of the shops. It is absolutely beautiful. I will not be putting a picture up here in case my husband sees the video, because I want that moment. I want that moment where he sees me for the first time at the end of the aisle. I want that. I know some people think that the first look, should be intimate and whatever, and I'm an attention whore. Like, absolutely not. Like that, I don't feel, and not just that, but I don't feel that it's the same sentiment, right? Like, if he sees you before you hit the aisle, there's something magical gone from that moment. And I know this is just my opinion, and by all means argue with me in the comments. But I am so excited. And they have the matching veil, and y'all, when I tell you, I tried on several dresses at different places. Several. I had nothing to do to occupy my time, so I was just off on my own, and I was like, well, pooh, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to exhaust every resource known to me. And sure enough, at this one shop, like, just this absolutely dream dress. I had originally wanted something fitted. This is, if you've ever watched Say Yes to the Dress, you know what I'm talking about. The girls go in with one thing in mind, and then they walk out with the exact opposite. Yeah, that was kind of me. While I don't think fitted things work well with me, I did want more of a fitted bodice, because I'm losing weight, and I'm proud of the work that I've put in so far. And by the time that rolls around in 2 years, I'm still going to be continuing to work, and I want that work to show. And I'm proud of what I've accomplished so far, and hopefully they'll have to take it in even more. It's definitely easier to take in than it is to let out. So there's only but so much fabric they can add. So, I'm really excited for this. And I found this dress, and it was absolutely gorgeous. And I had tried on a bunch of others, and nothing was hitting. There were a couple of them that I was like, okay, all right, I like this one. I do. I absolutely did not want to take this off. Now, did it give me the moment where I wanted to cry and all of that? And I'm a mushy crier. I will cry at the drop of a freaking hat. Didn't give me that. But I could not wipe the smile off my face. I didn't want to take the dress off. I actually did and tried on a couple more. It wasn't the first dress I tried on. It wasn't even the first dress I tried on at the salon. It was just one in a bunch that I thought were pretty and wanted to try on. And I found it, and it was absolutely, absolutely perfect. The veil, oh my goodness, y'all, the veil that goes with it. I had decided on this dress before I ever saw the veil. And I knew I wanted a veil that had lace all the way around the edges, from the head to the back to the train. I knew I wanted a cathedral length veil. So I was literally rolling the dice on a matching veil for this dress. And if they had one, because I wasn't, the lady wasn't sure because they didn't have one in stock. And I was rolling the dice on would it tick all the boxes that I wanted. Y'all, this is how I know this dress was my dress. It ticked all the boxes. It has the most gorgeous lace around the edge. It has this stunning train. Just absolutely breathtaking. And it's a match for this dress. It wasn't that I knew that at that point it was my dress. I knew it was my dress already, but that sealed the deal. I knew at that moment that I had made the right decision. Like they said on Say Yes to the Dress. Like Randy says, you don't say maybe to the man of your dreams. You don't settle, or you shouldn't settle. Like it's the dress of your dreams or it's not. And this is the dress of my dreams, of a dream I hadn't had yet. I had an idea of what I wanted, and I had looked at lots of dresses, and I would want, like, oh, well, I like this part of this dress, and I like this part of this dress. Maybe if we could put those two together. I was even thinking about there's a company online called Brides and Tailors. Beautiful dresses on this website, y'all. So if you are looking into a more alternative bride look, highly recommend, not sponsored, but I highly recommend you at least looking at this website. If nothing else, it's just fun because the dresses are gorgeous. They do have traditional brides, like white bridal dresses on there as well, but they are known for their alternative bride dresses. So any color combination that you want, they've got it. Anywho, and their prices are fairly reasonable, I think, and they can customize a dress for you, all of that. Anyway, it was always, I like this part of this dress, maybe if we marry the two together, but then it'd be like, it's sight unseen. I'm not able to try it on. I don't know what it looks like on my body. And it's, all sales are final. Once you have this customized dress made and shipped to you, if you don't like the way that it looks on you, you're just SOL. What are you going to do then? So I couldn't bring myself to do that. Or if I was going to do that, I needed to see similar dresses on me first to decide on what I wanted. And this was kind of in that same vein, and it was absolutely perfect. I want to say it has pockets. I can't remember if it has pockets. If it does, I'm going to have the seamstress add that. That's one of the things I'm going to do at alterations. But that's not something you see that would be altered. So it would be kind of like a size thing, right? Like beyond pockets and any size alterations, which I think it has pockets. If I remember correctly, this sucker had pockets. Other than that, it was absolutely perfect. But yeah, so been doing all the wedding planning. So I've been looking up flower arrangements. I've been looking up wedding advice. All of that good stuff. Planning out a guest list. So I have some kind of an idea. I had a guest list initially, so I'd have some kind of an idea for the venue. And the venue's beautiful. And it's supporting a good cause because it's a non-profit organization. So I feel good about it. It's an educational place as well. I don't want to say it yet because it's so far out right now. Keeping all of that under wraps. I will eventually. I'll mention it all. But we've got a tentative guest list. And I think right about now, we know that there's people that just aren't going to attend that we're going to invite. Either because of distance, that they live so far away, or just because, they're people that we just don't expect to show up. Family members that, while they're family, it's not like we're close. They're family enough we need to invite them because we love them, but we don't see them often enough to expect that they would come to our function, to come to our vow renewal. And something in this wedding planning thing that I've noticed, this is our wedding. I know it's, we're already married and it's technically a vow renewal, but we never had a wedding. And there's a lot of hate for vow renewals, and I don't understand it. Maybe this is wrong thinking of me, but I kind of feel like we're doing it right. Like, we spent little to no money on getting married, and that was smart because nobody really knows if it's going to work. Are you two really going to work together? Now, granted, we had lived together for years before we actually got married. But not everybody does that. And even if that happens, I know people that were couples for decades. They tied the knot and then it was over. I don't know if that's because, they thought maybe getting married would solve problems or that they were having or whatever, but yeah, it feels like this is almost like how things should be. Like celebrate the couples that, who really give a damn about one another and who have proven it by staying together that long. Do I know couples that have been married forever and could really care less about one another? Sure, everybody does. They put on the airs that they're still a loving, happy couple, and everybody can see through it like a pane of glass. Yes. However, that still takes effort. That still takes a level of commitment that you don't see hardly at all anymore. And I'm kind of upset at all the hate for vow renewals. I even saw one comment that somebody said that it was like, I really don't like vow renewals. They're uncomfortable and, they're too wedding-like, and you know what? You don't know their story. And even if you did, they're celebrating the fact that they've beaten the odds. Like, let them have their moment. Let them have their party. Let them have their ceremony. Whatever it is they want to do, let them have it. They've earned it. Not the couples that, are getting married for the first time, having that wedding for the first time, don't, and they haven't earned it. I'm sure there's plenty of couples that have. the hate on for vow renewals. Like, really? I really don't understand it. My grandparents had a 50th wedding anniversary party, and it was just a party. They hosted it themselves. I know traditionally, like, it's family, kids, or siblings, or whatever that'll host a party like that. At least back home where I'm from, that's how things like that go. But screw it. If you're wanting to do it on your own, do it on your own. You want to celebrate your love and your commitment to one another, and you've beaten the odds of a lot of relationships today. You've mastered those hard times. You've gone through it. You've been through hell and back. Over a 25-year span, yeah, I promise you, there have been some rough times that we have struggled through. Emotionally, relationship-wise, like, we have struggled through and come out the other side better for. So yeah, on top of all of that, to say this, if anybody is interested in the vow renewal planning, things that we plan on doing, I'm probably going to do the vast majority of my floral arrangements myself, because I got a little different vibe. I am not your traditional white wedding kind of gal. I'm not looking for white and cream and all of that. That is great. If you want that, those are beautiful weddings, vow renewals, whatever you want. But those of you who know me, that is not my vibe. That is not my husband's vibe. That's not even the vibe in our house. Like, we are not normal. To quote a movie that I think everybody should be familiar with right now because the sequel is out. We ourselves are strange and unusual. We're a bit offbeat, so we do things a little different. And this is going to be no different. It's going to have a lot of the trappings of a traditional wedding, and it's just going to have a little spice, little edge, little spice. So if anybody is interested in any of the planning that we're doing for this, and I will use wedding planning, because I think that would be universal. So anybody who's wedding planning, I think this is going to be kind of a universal thing for anybody that wants to do that. Yes, this is a vow renewal, but it has all the trappings of a wedding, all the trappings that you could possibly think of, from officiant all the way down to guest lists to walking down the aisle, all of that, like all the trappings. I'm not going to have somebody walk me down the aisle. I had thought about having my daughters walk me down the aisle. Originally, when we had first gotten married, I had planned on having my father-in-law walk me down the aisle, because that man was a better father to me than any member of my family was good to me, period. So, and if you knew me and my family and you disagree with that, DM me. Don't hit me up in the comments. We'll discuss that privately. Because my feelings are pretty strong on that right now after some of the stuff I found out on my trip to Indiana. So, anywho, that was the original idea, but he's been passed for many, many years now, and we never got the opportunity to do this while he was around. And while I love many, many, many members of my family that could, or my husband's family rather, that could do this, most of my family is passed. I think at this point that's probably the one vow renewal thing I think that I've seen that fits. Most, from what I understand, most brides, most wives don't walk down the aisle. They're not given away. Which makes sense because you're already married. That part should have already happened. So I'm gonna do that on my own, and I think that makes sense. And we're doing that. But other than that, I think it has most of the trappings of a wedding. So by all means, you know, if you're interested and you would like to see some of that content, let me know. Give me a thumbs up, hit the little bell, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know this is something that you want, and I will 100% do that. I'm hoping to get my car washed, so. But yeah, I think it would be fun to do that content. I am looking to DIY quite a bit of this. As far as the decor, I want to DIY the invitations. I want to DIY the save the date. I want to DIY the flower arranging. I like to think I'm pretty good at it, pretty okay at it at least. At least I know what I want, what I don't want. And a lot of the florists, they overcharge because they know it's a wedding. And I know there are people that have very strong feelings about silk flowers versus real flowers. I love real flowers, but for the vibe that we're going for, that's not really a possibility. So I'll be doing silk flowers for this. I think I have some really cool ideas for alternative options for bouquets for my bridesmaids. I'm excited. I still need to think about like the bridesmaids dresses and whatnot. That's all yet to come. But there's plenty of time. Like I said, 2 years from next month. We already have the venue. I already know what my dress is going to be. So I am a super planner. If you're interested in any of this process, let me know. And as we start gathering that stuff, I'll let you know. There's going to be some trial and errors. Like I want to put together some bouquets and see, you know, what I like, what I don't like. You know, if the idea that I have up here, when I put it together, does it really work? Is it really going to look okay? So yeah, if you want to come along on that journey with me, by all means, please do. I think it would be fun to do something other than just VSG and weight loss stuff. And this is kind of a celebration of that too. So yeah, I'm excited, and I promise I will do better at doing videos, but I was really just kind of off for the last month, and I wasn't feeling very confident in what I was doing because I was eating on the road. So yeah, that's your assignment. Like, subscribe, hit the little notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a video, and let me know if you want me to do a let's just call it a vow wedding blog. I don't know, we'll think of something. We'll workshop that. So yeah, just let me know. I'm excited about all of the things right now. Life is really good. I have a wonderful husband. I have a wonderful family. I have a great support system. I wish everyone could have that. Not mine. I love mine. You can't have mine. But I wish everybody could have that kind of love and that kind of support in their family. It is a beautiful, beautiful thing. But anyway, we'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.